Financial apocalypse now. Ray Dalio, Burry, and Grantham say the system will collapse. Get ready for the greatest wealth wipeout in history. Folks, this is one of those videos that you gotta share with friends and family because they gotta know this, even if they're not silver stackers, folks. Silver is the alternative, that is the solution to protect yourself from this inevitable collapse, but people need to know what is happening. First, real quick, before we jump into this article, I did want to mention that every single month you have an opportunity to win silver, just automatically. You will be signed up for a silver giveaway on the 31st of every month if you are a member of the Secret Silver Society. That is over on Patreon. It is patreon.com/silverslayer. You will get, it's $5 a month, and you get a raffle ticket once a month. And every month on the 31st, I pick a winner. And there's only like 15 members, so your chances of winning are pretty high. So you pay $5 for a chance to win a $40 or $50 coin. Plus, there's a live chat in there, leaked videos, like pre-made videos. I talk to everyone in the discussion board. We shoot ideas. We post pictures of our stacks in there. It's like a Facebook for silver stackers. And once a month, you have a chance to win silver, so it's always exciting. You always have something to look forwards to. So yeah, patreon.com/silverslayer. Thanks for listening through that. Now let's jump into this article. So, Wall Street Doomsday, why the geniuses who predicted every crash just hit the panic button, and why you should run, not walk for the exits. A lot of people, and here's the thing, you show this type of article to someone, or you show this data, or maybe even like usdebtclock.org, and they say, okay, well, what am I supposed to do? I still got to buy groceries. I still got to pay my mortgage. I still need money. And yes, that is true. US dollars are the most liquid thing, but you still have to be protecting yourself as well, even if that's just a couple ounces a month or a week or whatever you can do reasonably, right? Just because you can buy something doesn't mean you can afford to buy it. Stack within your means, right? And I fell victim to that when I first started stacking. My favorite silver stacking channel from when I started in 2014, 2015, his name was Silver Slacker. And by the way, back then I was only young 20s, right? I was very young. So this guy would unbox thousands of ounces. Yes, ounces. Like he was spending, and this was several times a week. I think he was in real estate or something. He was extremely wealthy, so he could spend $20,000 multiple times a week on unboxings. I couldn't do that. I was washing dishes back then, right? I was a young kid. So me watching him do that, I wanted to take after him. So I was spending my entire paycheck on silver when I couldn't afford that. And then I would have to end up selling the silver when a car payment came, whatever the case. Stack within your means. You know, even just 1 ounce a month is better than 99% of the population. Just wanted to share that little story with you. Shout out to Silver Slacker, by the way. It's probably why my name is Silver Slayer, because I was so, I was so influenced by his channel. It was really one of those that planted the seed. Go check out his channel. I don't know if he doesn't really post that much anymore, but go check out his videos from like 2016. He would unbox thousands of ounces in one video. It's nuts. Anyways, enough of the rambling. Let's check out this picture. The rise of the American debt ceiling. So this picture says, if the U.S. does not renegotiate a new debt ceiling soon, it could have serious negative consequences for the U.S. economy and the global financial system. Some potential consequences include credit downgrade and higher interest rates, which could further rattle the banking sector. Global financial stability could be threatened, adding fuel to de-dollarization trend, which is already happening regardless. A decline in stock markets causing a loss of investor confidence, which is already happening. Cuts in social programs and government services, which is already happening. As soon as we got rid of the gold standard in 1971, look what happened, right? We got rid of the gold standard in 1971, right here. Boom, look what happened. That's because our money was not backed by anything, and now we could just print our way to the top. The financial crisis led to a significant increase in government debt. S&P downgraded the government's credit rating from AAA to AA+. The debt limit was suspended for long periods between 2013 and 2020. Congress has suspended the debt limit 7 times since 2013. Right now we're at 31.4 trillion. It's actually 34 trillion now. But up here, you can see the debt ceiling is a limit on the amount of money the U.S. government can borrow to fund its operations and pay its obligations. Once the debt ceiling is reached, Congress must either increase the limit to take measures, reduce spending, or increase revenue to avoid defaulting on the government's obligations. I mean, and when I say the dollar's lost 98% of its purchasing power, that's a literal percentage. So knowing this, why would you keep your money in your bank account when it's losing purchasing power? What you could buy a couple of years ago is much different. Look at grocery prices. That is very, very, very important to note of, especially for those who have the opportunity to invest into precious metals. A lot of people have money just saved away that they could be putting into precious metals, but they're just letting it sit in their bank account burning away. You know, those people don't know that they have an option or an alternative. So here's Financial Judgment Day: complacency or catastrophe. What happens when the world's most prescient financial minds not only abandon ship, but shout warnings of imminent disaster, signals so dire they go beyond any cyclical downturn we've seen in our lifetimes? Are you sitting comfortably, lulled by yesterday's winds, still clinging to the fantasy that this is just another rough patch? Or will you heed these warnings as the very pillars of global finance start to tremble beneath our feet? Ray Dalio's death knell: when the world's backbone buckles. Ray Dalio, by the way, mentioned silver a couple weeks ago or something. Then you had David Bateman buying $1 billion worth of silver. A lot of big dogs in the game. Jim Rogers, Warren Buffett, so many of them. Ray Dalio is not a man given to panic, but his latest forecast is nothing short of apocalyptic. The Bridgewater founder, a titan whose models have guided trillions, now talks gravely of an economic heart attack arriving within 3 years. Does it sound dramatic? Consider his warning: near the point of no return, he says. When reflecting on America's staggering $37 trillion national debt, ask yourself, what does it really mean when the world's reserve currency, the very foundation of international trade, begins to teeter on the edge? And yeah, a lot of people don't, they don't think about how important the dollar losing its value is, or people not trusting the dollar, since it's the world's reserve currency. Every country around the world relies on the dollar's strength. That's, well, for America, that is our bread and butter. But if you have countries like Russia and all these other countries starting to opt out and find their own alternatives with like BRICS Pay and all this stuff that Andy Schectman talks about, that's very alarming for Americans, at least. Not for other countries. That's a great alternative. They don't want America's greedy little fingers in their pockets, and that's exactly why they're doing what they're doing. I don't blame them. All I'm saying is, as an American, that should worry you if you live in America. So dismiss this if you want, but Michael Burry, yes, the Michael Burry who not only saw the 2008 collapse coming, but profited handsomely and built an ironclad legend doing it, just liquidated almost every asset he held, abandoning a $77 million portfolio. Beyond that, he wagered $98 million against Nvidia, the gleaming idol of the current tech bull market. Sell was his one-word admonition. What a weird word. If the most cold-blooded contrarian of our era is running for the hills, why are ordinary investors standing steadfast, eyes shut, hearts pounding? Then you have Grantham's super bubble, 4 horsemen ride again. Do we dare ignore Jeremy Grantham, the man who has a near supernatural knack for identifying market tops? He called the dot-com bust and the 2008 crash with uncanny accuracy. Now he foresees a stomach-turning 50% collapse in equities. Warning, this is, quote, this is more dangerous than the 2007 housing bubble madness. If these 3 market profits are at consensus, shouldn't every spine tingle with dread? And you have system melt. And by the way, on top of that, you also have all these countries pouring their money into precious metals, right? Actions speak louder than words. Follow the money. All of these people, David Bateman, all the central banks, these other countries, follow what they're doing. They know something. So let's cut through the usual noise. They are not warning about temporary corrections or inevitable market cycles. This is about nothing less than system failure, the disintegration of the scaffolding that underpins global finance. Remember, a broken leg will heal, but a heart attack left untreated spells death. America's credit card roulette, borrowing our way to ruin. I always say we're trying to get ourselves out of debt by replacing it with more debt. That's like trying to pay off a credit card with another credit card. Dalio's death spiral is no ivory tower abstraction. The United States, once the world's creditor, now borrows just to pay the interest on previous borrowings, right? Like I just said, trying to pay off a credit card with another credit card. At what point does the nation resemble a cornered gambler drawing cash advances from one credit card to pay off another? Hey, he took my line. I've been saying that for years. That's funny. I've been saying that for years. That credit card. Anyways, while the casino waits for its pound of flesh, what happens when confidence in the treasury evaporates, treasury auctions fail, and the dollar, once king, is dethroned as global reserves? By the numbers, nightmares that don't sleep. Let the numbers sear into your mind. America's deficit now yawns at 7.5% of GDP, more than double the so-called sustainable level. Annualized interest on debt, 1.1 trillion and climbing. I don't think the human brain can comprehend how big a trillion is. Like a trillion is so much bigger than a billion. These are just numbers to people, or these are just words to people. People can't comprehend this. Whether it's a billion or a trillion, it looks over the same rate for the everyday person, but it's very different. At this rate, debt services alone will suck away 40% of all federal revenues by 2030. Will we really muddle through, or should we fear the cliff ahead? Burry's portfolio. When the man who made $1 billion calling the 2008 housing crash just placed $98 million bet against Nvidia alone. His latest message to investors, one word: sell. We are still not done. This isn't mere conjecture. It's unfolding in real time. Actually, you guys want to watch this? Why am I asking you guys like you can hear, like you're live? That's just, oh, no, never mind. You can't play that. Okay, so it's unfolding in real time. Michael Burry's trades offer a chilling reflection of what's next. He's wholly exited long positions, poured into bearish puts on Chinese titans, and placed a skull and crossbones bet against Nvidia-fueled AI mania. The message: get out now. Smart money's exodus. Why are you still clinging to the wreckage? Ask yourself, if the smartest money on earth isn't simply rotating risk but staging a full-blown evacuation, how much longer do you have to read the writing on the wall? Super bubble showdown. Will we survive 4 simultaneous implosions? Grantham speaks of not one, but 4 asset super bubbles. Stocks, bonds, real estate, and more, grotesquely inflated beyond any historical precedent. The facts are irrefutable. The S&P trades at nearly twice its long-term earnings multiple. Housing prices have soared, a mind-numbing 40% above trend. Bonds ignore inflation risks as if divine intervention is guaranteed. How do you see this ending? With a whimper, or with the sickening crash of so many paper fortunes? You have red alert. Economists sound the retreat. Institutional warnings too are multiplying. Deloitte predicts a surge in joblessness. Morgan Stanley is slashing global growth forecasts as international trade sees up. Even the blindly optimistic Wall Street's perennial cheerleaders are growing wary. Do you hear the drums of retreat beating louder with each passing week? Doomsday clock ticking. Will you outrun the dominoes? Then Daily Asset Management tweeted this: 2025-2026, 4.2 trillion corporate debt refinancing crisis. 26 to 27, federal deficit exceeds 2 trillion annually. 27-28, Dalio's economic heart attack window. The dominoes are falling. These sectors complete annihilation according to their positioning. The timeline reads, or we just went over that. So, falling giants. Who's first in line at the guillotine? The tech sector. Burry's Nvidia short heralds the unraveling of an AI-driven mania. Chinese equities are being abandoned wholesale. Tacit admission of deeper malice than official figures will ever reveal. Regional banks already buckling under the weight of dubious paper. So, yeah. This is a long article, but anyways, the whole point is make sure that since this is happening, make sure you put your money in something that holds its value regardless of these things and actually benefits and profits from these things, which is precious metals. It's the only thing really. I mean, the only other thing that's not pegged to the dollar you could argue is cryptocurrency, but who knows what cryptocurrency would do in this type of environment. All I know, comfortably looking historically at least, is precious metals will come out on top. Silver stackers will get the last laugh. I'm not sure about cryptocurrency. Anything pegged to the dollar is going down with it. It's like switching seats in the Titanic, and actually the Titanic was purposely sank by JP Morgan to start the Federal Reserve. Crazy enough. Go check out that video I posted a couple days ago. Anyways, though, yeah, folks, info@milesfranklin.com. If you want to purchase, let them know Slayer sent you. We have weekly specials. Right now, we have these beautiful 100-ounce pant bars, $1.79 over spot. Maples, $2.79 over spot. But we have everything and anything. If you guys wanted a chance to win silver every single month on the 31st, so you always have something to look forward to every month, then patreon.com/silverslayer. Go join the secret silver society. Go introduce yourself in the chat room. I've seen people doing that the past couple of days. It's really fun. I've been kind of leaking things that I normally wouldn't. Like on my channel, like stuff about my book, pictures of my stack, whatever. It's just a more intimate way to talk to me, and I get to know you, and you get a chance to win some silver. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace. From now on, every single month on the 31st, you have a chance to win silver, a continuous silver giveaway. Well, if you become a member of the Secret Silver Society on my Patreon, you have that opportunity. So every single month, you have something exciting to look forward to, which would be winning silver. On top of that, you'll have access to a live chat room with other silver stackers where you can post pictures and chat, just hang out with everyone, and have early access to my videos along with supporting me. If this is something you'd like to do, then come join my Patreon. It's patreon.com/silverslayer. Upon joining, you'll be given a monthly raffle ticket and instant access to that chat room. Go introduce yourself. Everyone is super nice, and it's more personal and intimate than a YouTube comment section. Folks, I'm so excited to announce that I've partnered with American medical experts whose purpose is helping veterans get the medical benefits that they truly deserve. Over 17 million veterans aren't receiving their full benefits, and if this is you or someone you know, then act now. American medical experts are offering free consultations through our med team to see how we can help. The med team offers board-certified doctors who have experience working with the VA, comprehensive medical evidence for services like mental health as well. Some of these include your Nexus letter, your DBQs, your TDIUs, your AAs, and more. I want to personally thank American medical experts for helping veterans, but also giving me an opportunity to help veterans as well. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment to get a free consultation through our med team. Thank you so much for listening, and God bless.